My young guns. Guys, I am so excited. If you take the 10, 7, whatever minutes to watch this video, if you're 20 years old, I'm gonna go into a step-by-step plan and what you have to be doing if you're 20 years old or around this age, okay? And why it works, why it doesn't work, why you're gonna fail if you take the wrong steps. So let's get into it right now. All right, I like this board, man. What do you guys think about this board? Cool. 20 years old. I'm gonna start with this question. What gets you excited? Right now, at this point in your life, there's a lot of talk about value and you know, life mission and purpose. You're 20 years old, you have no fucking clue what that is. I have no clue what that is. Even people that are 80 have no clue what that is. It's just a topic that you kind of discover. It's a journey in your life, right? Don't focus so much on that. What you should focus on is what gets you excited. What do you wake up and you're like, shit, I would love to do that. Damn, that person, I would like to, I like aspire to be something like that guy, that girl, that woman, whatever. You know, like what gets you like pumped and you're like, man, if I could like do what that person does. Man, I love that company that person made. I love the way that this person does vlogging, etc., etc. Like, what gets you excited? What gets you pumped? That's the first question. Once you determine that question, how can you educate yourself on that exciting topic? And then, how do you implement it? Okay? So I'm gonna go step by step on this. So, what gets you excited, right? And the reason that I did this topic at 20 years old, just to give you a quick little background, I started in the real estate industry when I was like 20, 21. It was like right when I turned 21. And I was just excited to make a little bit of money and move out of my house. I was excited to possibly buy some rental properties to get cash flow. I was excited to have my own business. I was excited to like hire employees one day. I was excited, like that was the kind of shit that excited me. But on like the more basic level, I was just excited to like make money on my own, move out and like buy a nice car, a nice place, right? And that's okay. If that's your goal, if that's what gets you excited, fucking go for it, man. Just go for it, right? Like you don't need to have this life mission like, oh, I'm not excited until, you know, I change the world like Steve Jobs. I want to make the newest, you know, Apple Watch, but it's going to be called Raoul Watch to like tell time and whatever. Okay, I can't even think of that shit. But you can, right? You can. That's up to you. But it doesn't fucking matter. What matters is what gets you excited right fucking now. If you're gonna wake up tomorrow, what's gonna get you excited? Like, what is that shit, right? And the reason I get like behind it is because like I'm passionate in the sense of like some people like suppress that emotion. They're like, okay, you know, selling mangoes get me extremely excited. Okay, it doesn't matter. Go sell fucking mangoes, be the best mango guy, but like learn how to do it. So I'm gonna get there, right? Mangoes. Anyways, education. So let's say you come up with what gets you excited. I'm just gonna take my path. It's a little easier for me to explain on camera, but I'll throw in some different examples. All right, I'm excited about real estate. Okay, so that was when I was 20 years old. I picked up a podcast. I'm like, bam, I'm excited about this real estate stuff. I know I can make money here. I know there's long-term growth here. I see all these billionaires, millionaires doing it. I'm excited about it. My goal is to have a bunch of properties. My goal is to make a ton of money. My goal is to have a fucking awesome life and have my bills paid for me through properties and businesses, etc. So, how do I learn how to do this, right? These are the different things of education. And there's no right or wrong, right? This is all your own journey. There's no right or wrong, but I'm just gonna give you some of the facts. There's university, right? You can go to school for this shit. You can go to college for this shit. You can go to, you know, out-of-state university. You can go out-of-the-country university. You can study abroad. You can do online university. But there's university. Then there's vocational school or technical school. So then there's some kind of school, this could be university or college, that teaches you exactly that. You know, if you're passionate about like repairing exotic cars or building, you know, yachts or boats, you don't have to go to university. You can. But you can just go to like a technical school that teaches you exactly how to build yachts, boats, you know, luxury cars, or you know, whatever that is, right? So you just have to come up with that journey on your own. There's online courses. You know, if it's like a hands-on thing, kind of like building cars, this probably won't be your best fit. But I'm just naming the things. There's certifications, right? Real estate license, appraisers. inspectors, things like that, certifications. You could do a bunch of certifications. I'd recommend, if you want to go the certification route, you better get a shit ton of certifications. And you better be really good and probably get it from the best certifiers ever. I don't even know if that's a fucking thing, but certifications. Then the last one, coach and mentor. Like I said, this is your own fucking journey, right? What excites you, you pick where to get education. Why education? Well, let me ask you this. How do you plan on reaching your goals if you never learn what you have to do to get there? So how do you plan on that? I would want you to take a second and think. It's a sarcastic question. I really hope you guys caught on to that. If not, then we have some serious issues. How do you expect to reach your fucking goal if you have no clue what to do and how to get there? So let's break that down. You have no clue. Okay, so how do you get a clue? You gotta learn what the clue is. Well, how do you learn? There's this word called education. And education comes in these ways. There might be other ways that are not listed. Who cares? This is roughly the ones that I felt like putting on this blackboard because it's worth my time to put it for you. Does that make sense? What excites you? How do you learn about it so you can come up with your fucking goals and you can go out there and crush it, right? So this is the learning side. Knowledge is power, education is key. What you know is how you grow, know shit, be shit. I don't know, I made that last one up. But now that's not everything. Because you need education, but what else are you gonna do with that education? Nothing. Unless you do implementation. I like that there's shins on it. So, the next part of this equation is the implementation, right? Where are you going to find the time? And in my notes I put ha ha ha. Because if you're 20 and you don't have time, then you're fucked, okay? You're literally fucked. If you're 20, you probably have nothing but time. And if you're 20 and you're not in university or vocational school, then you have a shitload of time. Unless you have to work some crazy job to maintain your family and stuff, which is perfectly okay. But even if you do, what I'm getting at is, where are you gonna find the time to implement this stuff? This is on you. Everyone's got different schedules. Everyone's got different life. Everyone's got different things. Maybe you have to visit your mom on Tuesdays and your dad on Wednesdays. Or maybe you eat dinner with your family from 6 to 8. Maybe you wake up and do ballet class and at 9 to 11, I don't know. Maybe you're a boy doing ballet and you have some good moves. Anyways, what I'm getting at is, where are you going to find the time? Really fucking important. I'm always talking about time versus money. If you don't have any money because you're 20, you better have some fucking time. If you don't, you have a fucking problem. And you have to call 911. Alright, and break it down all the way to daily actions. This is something I wish I would have done back in the past. I did it kind of subconsciously, but not like methodically, right? So, I'll tell you kind of what happened. I realized, alright, fuck. What gets me excited? Real estate, cool. How do I learn this shit? Podcast, awesome. I'm not learning enough, cool. I found a local mentor, awesome. He's teaching me more stuff, coach mentor. He's teaching me more stuff, awesome. But now, where's my time? I was working at a car dealer and I didn't have that much time. I was working 60 hours a week. Cool, I'm really dedicated. Why? Because I'm fucking excited. Cool, I'm learning how to do this shit. Awesome, where's my time? I gotta quit. I gotta quit the dealer because I need time. Cool, now what the hell do I do daily so I can reach my goal of what gets me excited? So, although I didn't have it organized nice and neat, I did know because of my mentor. He said, well, if you want to make X amount of money, you got to do X amount of things every day, or you have to do 20 offers per week. So it's okay, then that means I got to do 5 per day if I want to work 5 days. So, do I have the time to do that? Now I do. I quit. How many do I have to do? 5 a day. Awesome. How long does each offer take me? 20 minutes. Cool. So I have to find the time, and I got to break it down daily. This is like a tip. Use Calendar to help. Google Calendar is what we use. You can use whatever calendar you want. iCalendar, Google Calendar. You can write one in a notepad. You can carve it into your arm. I don't care. I would highly, highly recommend using a calendar. I forgot where I heard it, but it wasn't until technology, really, influenced us in, the late 90s, early 2000s. Before that, the only royalty, back in the day, right, like 1800s, whatever, royalty were the only people using calendars. Now, this is kind of like a weird thing to talk about, but royalty were the only people using calendar. They had like a calendar, and their employees or whatever would say, hey, today, Mr. Your Highness, you're gonna meet with the other Your Highness, and you're gonna go walk your camel today at 3 p.m. and then you're gonna do the royalty use calendars. It's beautiful today that we have so many things and so much technology that allows us to calendars. We can get text alerts, we get email alerts. Fucking use a calendar, man. Google Calendar is free. Just get a Gmail, do it, okay? Work somewhere if needed to learn implementation. This is huge, okay? And I understand that a ton of people in this world want to be entrepreneurs, and I love that. This is literally why I make these videos. But I also understand a ton of people don't have the willpower right now, the money right now, the time right now, the resources right now to become an entrepreneur. I feel like everyone can possibly do it depending on their work ethic and depending on, kind of some of their goals and stuff. But if you don't, work somewhere to learn your implementation. Just implement something somewhere. It could be for you, it could be for, the company you work for, it could be for a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle. Work somewhere, implement something from what you learn. So if what excites you is real estate, if I couldn't if I couldn't pay for a mentor, then I would have to work somewhere. So I would have found a real estate company to work and implement my stuff. Does that make sense? Why? Because you're implementing what you're learning, and that's how the cycle goes, right? You learn, you do shit, you get a result. You learn, you do shit, you make money. You learn, you do shit, you hit your goals. What happens if you learn and you don't do shit? Now, I wish I could hear an answer. I hope you're quiet because I'm being sarcastic. Obviously, nothing happens. If you just learn, I'm sure, have you guys ever met someone that just loves to learn but never does shit, right? Or have you met like someone that's so fucking smart and they just haven't reached their goals because they just spend all their time learning and like getting scared of like actually going out and doing stuff. And I talk about that in a previous video. Maybe we can put it here. The video I did last. You got to get over your fear, right? But whatever. That's a topic for a different thing. I'm going over implementing. So you're gonna learn. You're 20 years old, or you're 23, you're 25, you're 80. Doesn't matter. This 20 is just for kind of like a headline, right? You're 20 years old. What gets you excited? Cool. How do you learn this shit? These are some ways. There's probably more, but these are some ways. What do I do with this? You implement it. Find the time, break it down to daily actions, use a calendar to help, work somewhere if needed, if you don't have the money, the means, the willpower, the energy, the know-how, the confidence to do it on your own. Now, that is basically as simple as it fucking gets. I love to break things down to 2 to 3 things max. Right? So forget about all this shit that's like, okay, I want to do stuff myself. I want to, change the world. All right, just break it down into, all right, let me start here. Let me learn about the shit that I want to do, and then let me just do it. Whether I'm going to do it for myself or somebody else doesn't fucking matter. Whether I'm going to learn in a college or from online course or from a technical school doing shit, doesn't matter. But you got to do that. If not, how the fuck do you expect to grow? Anyways. Now here's some must not do's. These are some things that you must not do, okay? You must not, thou shalt not, Shakespearean, thou shalt not hang out with friends that are not on the same plane. Does everyone understand this, okay? Why would I say something like this, bro? But I love my fucking friends, man. I love my friends. Like, we hang out, we do this and we do that, and we have beers, and you should see the way that Johnny jumps off the roof into the pool. It's magical. All right, if Johnny's not roughly on the same plan, he's gonna fuck it up for you, and he's not gonna do it intentionally. He's not gonna say, hey, I don't want you to succeed. You're not gonna be like talking about the same shit. If you're spending a lot of your time in university, in vocational school, in doing certifications or whatever, You got to be hanging around people that are doing that shit. So you guys can inspire each other, learn from each other's mistakes, and get there. So thou shalt not hang out with friends that are not on the same plan or roughly close, right? There's two things. You can either tell your friends, hey, this is what I'm gonna do with my life now. I'm gonna fucking learn shit, I'm gonna do shit, and I wanna get results. You can either, come along for the ride in your own journey, right? Let's say I like real estate, but my friend likes marketing. Cool. You do your thing, but just understand that our dynamic's gonna change if you don't do shit, right? And that's so key. Or you can just say, dude, this is what I'm gonna do, and little by little you're gonna see if the relationship fades if they don't do the same thing. Thou shalt not take advice from people who don't know more than you in whatever subject. That is so, bro, this is one that I don't know why, just people don't understand. And you know where this really hurts? When it comes to family and friends. Because they love you, right? And they don't mean harm. They love you. They don't mean harm. But they don't know what the fuck they're talking about a lot of times, right? If you're good at filming videos and your cousin is telling you how you should film videos but has never filmed a fucking video, why on earth should you listen to him? You love him, and what I do in these cases, I'll say, hey Johnny, dude, yeah man, I appreciate that, that's so cool, yeah, that's a great idea, I'll think about it, yeah, just, my coach or my school taught me how to do it this way, etc. And just brush off the conversation. Cool, have you seen the Dolphins lose every game? I just brush it off, right? This is really important. I see so many people take advice from people who have no fucking clue, take financial advice from people who have no fucking clue of finances, take real estate advice from nobody. It's so crazy, and it's until you start realizing that this is a real thing happening in your life. Literally happens to everyone. Every single person ever in the world that's ever been living, this is happening to you right now. You're probably taking relationship advice from someone who's getting cheated on. You're probably taking money advice from someone who has negative dollars in their bank account. So be very aware. These are the two must-nots that I highly, highly recommend. That was nice. That was nice. I hope you guys fucking like this. This should really help you, man. If you're 20, you're 30, you're 40, you're 10, you're 2, I don't care. All these kind of principles apply. This is just the 20-year-old self that I kind of followed. I didn't do it perfectly, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. We hire a lot of young people here. I interview young people. I talk to them all the time, and I love to see their train of thoughts and try to help them kind of elevate their game. So I hope this shit fucking helped. If you're not subscribed, guys, fucking subscribe, man. Click the bell. Click the subscribe button. We're always posting new shit. I'm always gonna be putting things like this. Stuff. If you're interested in real estate wholesale, that's obviously my main niche if you don't know by now. So we do wholesaling and we post vlogs, whatever. But anyways, guys, I love you. Follow me on YouTube, my podcast, raulbalufit.com, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. Follow me. One love, guys. Peace.